You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to seeing from you?
No.
What can be done to get it back?
We'll see.
The Ja Morant situation is only going to get more wild. But stick with me because it's already wilder than we thought before. To hear those kinds of comments from Ja Morant shows that something has broken.
But all they did was confirm to me what I was watching. When we got on that plane, I was telling Steph, like, man, Ja ain't in it at all. Like,
we'll get to what Draymond thinks will happen in a bit. But Ja's no-show had everything to do with a new coach with a rigid Euro-style offense, a front office that refuses to budge, and a star who feels like he's being suffocated by the very system meant to save him. So, how did this happen? On Halloween night against the LA Lakers, Ja Morant put on a performance that went beyond poor stats.
I didn't love what I saw from Ja Morant tonight. I mean, this is a guy who is insanely talented. I mean, right here, speed is his number one weapon. Yeah, and coming off a ball screen, passing the ball like this, kind of lazily cutting to the corner, that's just not what's going to get it done for Memphis.
That was Blake Griffin saying what every Memphis fan had been thinking. If the fans are not as happy as well as the coach, and the teammates don't have a leader they can depend on, then something needs to change. Those aren't my words. Those are Griffin's words.
Like, for a guy that's making $40 million and needs to be the leader of this team, like, I just don't love it. I don't know if he was not feeling well, if he's hurt, but that to me is a very bad sign, and it's something that it has to change.
Yeah.
But just when Memphis fans thought they had seen the worst of it, then came the post-game interview.
What went wrong to you today?
Go ask the coaching staff.
From the outside, and the outside may be wrong, but from the outside, it didn't look like you had your usual energy tonight.
Go ask the coaching staff why.
Okay.
Ja's message was clear. He doesn't believe in what's happening on the court. He doesn't trust the system that's supposed to unleash him. So who created that system? Iisalo, Memphis' new coach and the architect of a slow-structured, pass-heavy offense. It's European precision basketball, the total opposite of Ja's free-flowing improvisational style. At first, it worked. Last season, when Iisalo let Ja cook during that brief 9-game stretch, the Grizzlies looked reborn. Ja averaged 28 points a night. The team played fast, loose, and confident. But once Iisalo fully implemented his system, it all fell apart. Ja's scoring dropped to 20.8 points per game. His shooting percentage nosedived, and basically, he just felt unwanted.
According to them, probably don't play me, honestly. That's what basically the message was after, so it's cool.
The coaching staff message was
It's
it?
cool, bro.
That's not frustration. That's detachment. That's a franchise player checking out in real time. And if you think that was just a heat-of-the-moment emotion, wait until you see what some veterans had to say. Because for them, this isn't just about coaching or systems, it's about accountability.
Ja has to man up. He's been through all of this before. This is something new. You're being tested again to see if you're going to fold or if you're going to stand the test of time. The coaches is testing you. The organization is testing you. The city, the fans is testing you. For me, how are you going to bounce back?
Well, if it's a test, Ja's not passing it right now. And such a situation usually ends not with a redemption, but with a relocation. But before we get to that, there's something deeper going on behind the scenes. A power struggle between Ja Morant and the Memphis front office that's been brewing for months. And once you see how it's playing out, you'll understand why this entire situation is about to get even wilder.
You feel like you should play more?
Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
Do you feel like, there was anything you could do differently, I guess?
You go ask them. They had a whole spiel in here, so.
That right there is not just a quote. It's a line in the sand. Ja Morant isn't asking for a trade, at least not yet. What he's doing, though, is even more dangerous. He's calling out the people who control his minutes, his role, and ultimately his future. It's the same chess move we've seen from stars before him, but coaches doing what Iisalo is doing is also not new.
I know I've had coaches like Phil Jackson who would cuss Kobe's ass out so he can talk to everyone else as well. If he's going to do it to Kobe, that means he can do it to you.
But unlike most superstars, the tension between Ja and Coach Iisalo is no longer speculation. It's visible on the floor. The offense moves without him. The rhythm feels forced, and every "go ask the coaching staff" sounds more like a declaration of war. Because once a player mentally checks out, the relationship is already halfway broken. And if that wasn't bad enough, Draymond went further.
I don't think it does much of anything outside of piss the guys off. And so when you're talking your first and most important player and you're suspending that guy, like, there's always the possibility of, like, there's no coming back from it.
No coming back. Those words sum it up perfectly, because this isn't just about playing time or coaching style. It's about respect. Memphis suspended Ja earlier in the season for conduct detrimental to the team. But as Draymond pointed out, suspending your franchise cornerstone doesn't always fix things. Sometimes it breaks them forever. That's where this all seems headed. But NBA legend Carmelo Anthony is calling for caution.
It's how are you going to own up, man up, look yourself in the mirrors, take ownership to your part, and still go out there and do what you got to do, because you're not traded yet.
Carmelo's right. Ja isn't traded yet. But the fact that people are even saying that out loud tells you how far this has gone. And behind the curtain, the conversations have already started.
Hey, I talked to Ja today. I talked to Ja today. See, I love when players are disgruntled, right?
And would you believe the team that's in the conversation?
But now the fact that Ja is not happy in Memphis, we're trying to do all we can. We're trying to dot all the I's. We're trying to cross all our T's and see if it's possible if we can get Ja down here to Miami.
So while Ja insists he's not asking for a trade, others are already making calls, and Miami might just be the first in line. But before we talk about trade packages or destinations, we need to understand one thing. Memphis can't just hit reset. They've trapped themselves, and now the entire franchise is stuck in a corner. Every clock in Memphis is quietly ticking toward one date. February 6th, the trade deadline. Right now, the franchise is pretending everything is fine, but everyone around the league can see the truth. And that's why NBA legends like Vince Carter feel things would have been better if the team had a veteran.
That's why I feel it's so important, and we talked about this off camera, about having veterans.
Yeah.
You know, veteran can put their arms around you and say, hey, big fella, we got you. We got your back through good times and bad times.
But right now, that seems too late. As Draymond Green said, there's no coming back from that suspension. This marriage cannot be saved. The Grizzlies have already cashed in Desmond Bane for draft picks. And to be honest, even with their star player down, the Grizzlies are not doing too badly with 3 wins. So, although many people don't want to consider it, but maybe, just maybe, this new Grizz coach wants Ja Morant gone. Maybe Ja to him is just like LaMelo Ball with more explosiveness. Maybe Matt Barnes is right for saying this.
Before the fresh start happens, I think he really needs to look at himself in the mirror, because we were ready to hand this guy the keys to the league just 2.5 years ago.
If that sounds harsh, then wait till you hear what Unc said later. But basically, this marriage is broken, so the question now is, where is Ja headed? Miami is already preparing a package. They believe their system can rebuild Ja's reputation and reignite his passion. Pat Riley has done it before. Jimmy Butler arrived as a so-called problem, and now he is a legend in South Beach. Also, Bam Adebayo would love to run those fast breaks with him. San Antonio also makes sense. Imagine Ja working next to Victor Wembanyama. There, he will have freedom with accountability. But somehow, Ja's ego seems too big to become number 2 to Wemby. And then there is Orlando, a team with young stars like Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, desperate for a point guard who can control pace and create highlights. And finally, Houston, a team built on youth, speed, and energy. They play with the same hunger Ja once had. The Rockets want a star. The Grizzlies want picks. Both sides could win. These conversations are not rumors anymore. They are calculations. But Shannon Sharpe sees red flags.
Right. I'm talking about the same Ja Morant that's been hurt the last 2 years and had issues off the court. They're not tying up $300 million in nobody with that. That's a red flag.
See, when Ja said he no longer felt joy, that was not just exhaustion. It was a confession. But Memphis, on the other hand, has made its choice. They already fired one coach and will not do it again. They have invested everything in Iisalo's system, and they will ride with it, even if it means losing their superstar. Wherever he goes, expect fireworks, because if this story has shown us anything, it is that the Ja Morant situation is only going to get more wild. But what do you think? Should Memphis try to pacify him, or should they let him go? Let's hear your thoughts. And if you want to get an inside scoop on the NBA's gambling situation as well, then watch this video next.